about to go somewhere odd now. Times to rise and elevation starts to drop down. Our little secret, don't kiss and tell, you're so bad. I'll probably see you in hell. Welcome to hell, baby. This is podcast hell.
Is that usually the first 5 minutes?
Yes,
settling the dog.
Yes, it's just like the dog deciding where he's going to be, and then as soon as we get into a conversation where someone's like, you know, that's the moment I realized I'd never see my father again. The dog's like, and he runs off, and I'm like, God damn it.
He never saw his father again either, so
he has no respect for the sanctity of story or podcast momentum.
Meandering conversation.
Nah, he's good. He's chill. He likes people. He's only barked at one person ever.
Who?
It was like a guy in a car outside. Probably a pedophile, just based on his record of not barking at people.
He barks around pedophiles?
It's so rude. I know. It really breaks their concentration.
To warn people.
I think he
but
probably.
He's not barking right now.
I sprayed some stuff. It'll be all right.
We'll cut in after that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll be.
Keep it in. I'm
just kidding. You guys can have, if you haven't listened to the podcast, which is okay.
Yeah.
There's at least 30 pedophile jokes per minute.
Oh, it's
Oh.
like
It's
Oh, it's a
exclusively
you keep a high PPM.
high pedophiles per minute.
Yeah.
It's fun. Have you ever done the search for pedophiles before?
No.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
In New York,
It's tough.
Oh, like the map where it puts the little pins near where the pedophiles are?
it tells you who they are and like what they did.
That's only the registered ones.
No, you basically, like, in New York, you do that, and
Yeah.
you see that there's 15 pedophiles living in your walls.
In your building. Two of them are your roommate.
Waiting for you to go to bed.
You're safe, Eric.
I guess I am,
Yeah, you've
technically.
aged
They're
out.
specifically pedophiles.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure pedophiles will also break the law in other ways, though. It's not like, hey, man, the law is the law, except...
Right.
like, I'm pretty sure...
I feel like everybody has a list of things that they're only not doing because of the laws that prevent them from doing those
You think
things.
so?
Yeah, I know. I do.
Yeah, you'd be killing and stuff, and
I'd be justice murdering.
be justice murdering.
Yeah, like I'd go down the list of people who've crossed me and then go down the list of like people who've insulted my family or whatever. Make up a story in my mind.
I think I wouldn't do justice murders, but I would definitely do like if somebody poses a threat, murders.
Right.
Like if
yeah.
somebody,
so that's kind of,
like, like I always had that thought, like if somebody comes into the house and you like fight them off, you have a chance to kill them. You're like, well, you're not supposed to kill them if you don't have to, but you're like, but then they could come back.
Then I could get one under my belt.
They're gonna come back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you should, once somebody comes in, you should be legally required to kill them.
You should have to, right?
And what kind of person's breaking into your house when they know you're in there?
Right.
That's a person that they can no longer
I totally agree with
walk on this mortal coil we live in. But like I feel like a lot of laws now, like at least in the state that we're in, it's like you can't do that. So but that's the thing where I'm like, okay, if society broke down, I don't think I'd go killing people, at least right away. But I would definitely be like, as soon as somebody like acts out in a way like, oh, I see somebody, maybe they're gonna come sneak into my house. Okay, well then there's no thought.
Right.
Then you have to.
Right.
You have to kill in the apocalypse.
Eric, do you think you have the physical or emotional capability to kill someone without any kind of weapon, like just your hands?
Unfortunately, I think I do.
Yeah.
I think I do.
I read that from you.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it's like a
Look, game recognized game, Sandy.
Oh, is it the eyes?
It's like it's the eye.
It's what's behind the
I
eye.
also like think about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, if I had to in this moment, like where would I go? Like where do you strike? And I'm not even like pretending like I'm some strong guy. It's nothing like that. It's just the psycho.
Yeah.
And like I've got that switch.
Right. Right. Plus, you got a lot of torque too, so you'd be able to overpower somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, lower body strength.
Yeah.
That's all the rowing. That's all the.
Oh yeah, it's the calves.
Yeah, the chapel rowing.
That's what I meant.
Right.
No, rowing.
Oh, rowing.
Crew. I did crew when I was
Were you
when I was
anchor?
in high school.
What was your position?
Well, I was the bow,
bow.
of the boat for 3 years, and then my senior year they made me the stroke of the boat.
Whoa.
Hold the jokes.
Whoa.
But I stroked the boat.
That's a big deal.
Hold the joke.
Yeah, stroke is like the big.
Yeah, that's like the captain
that's
of the team.
You've got to be. You're setting the pace for everybody, and you go, keep keel.
Wow.
You yell, keep keel at people.
Okay.
And then the coxswain is right in front, and it was usually a girl.
So it's all innuendo names for
Yes.
the stuff. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and then the
And
human
Pussy
penis
Smith.
behind you.
Got you.
That's the second behind.
The balls handler,
Human
number 3.
penis.
Got it.
Then inserts himself
Right.
in the conversation.
Ejaculati in the back.
Yeah. No, the coxswain sits like you're like where it's closer than like this, and she's steering the boat with little strings, or not strings, but like rope that goes inside that like just controls the rudders in the back.
Like puppeteering.
And she's got a mic, and the boat is mic'd, and she's like calling out stroke, stroke, and then here when I come up for the row, I'll go power 20, and then she'll call out power 20 in 3, 2. So the stroke of the boat calls when you go like when you
For like a hard push or
hard
something.
push
Yeah,
or you know
Okay.
how many more meters, like how far in are we, like
This is fascinating.
the coxswain's like the captain. Or the coxswain is like the person who's the person in Star Trek that goes, aye, aye, Captain, the Asian guy.
the first mate.
No, the Asian guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Zulu.
Why would
Zulu.
she know? She doesn't watch Star Trek. Oh, because of the
I did go to you because you're
Because of
Asian. I'm
the-
sorry.
because of the.
Wait, you said this?
It's Zulu is the first one. So I can't remember what his position is. But
You'll come to me later when we're done recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're kind of in control as the stroke of the boat. It's a very important.
That's
it was-
amazing.
When I say it's important, I mean it's not important at all. But in that moment, it feels very important.
That's incredible. Everything I've ever known about rowing crew, I learned from the movie The Social Network.
Oh yeah, Army Hammer is the
Yeah.
guy.
Yep.
I'm trying to get him on the pod, by the way.
Oh man, about
Really?
rowing crew, or about cannibalism.
Pedophile.
If he came on the
Oh, never
podcast,
mind.
I wouldn't ask him a single question about cannibalism.
Really?
He's not a cannibal.
No, he's just like a
a
cosplayer.
sexual deviant.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I have no. I'm like, go for it, bro.
Yeah, whatever you want
I
to
mean,
do.
here's the thing: when somebody calls you a cannibal, one of two things is true. They're lying, and you're not a cannibal.
Or you eat
Or
people.
you're a fucking cannibal. And it's the biggest story of all time.
Right.
That a guy that we watch in the movies eats human bodies.
Right.
So when people would say it, they'd be like, yeah, he's a cannibal. I heard something like that. I'd be like, that's the most insane accusation you can make. Like literally, like it's like almost worse than murder. Like to be like, I eat human flesh.
Definitely worse than murder.
It's the worst. It's like the worst thing you can be.
You know what? Which is worse, cannibalism or necrophilia? I'm on the fence.
Oh,
Until I try
well,
both.
I guess to me, it's just like from a grossness perspective, necrophilia is worse,
Right.
Because it's like if you're a cannibal, the person's. It depends. Are you Hannibal? Like you remember in Hannibal where he like cuts the dude's head off
Yes.
and he
Ray
like
Liotta.
eats his brain, he
Yeah.
like serves it to him.
Yeah.
Ugh. Like if you're that kind of cannibal, that's bad because you're. I kind of had the thing that like once you're dead, my body is.
It's up to you. Yeah.
You just
it's,
do whatever.
It's your problem now.
If you whenever are you guys organ donors?
No,
No,
I'm selfish as fuck.
But why?
I'm kidding. I don't give a shit.
okay.
The only thing I want from me is, and this is serious, I want her to
Preserve his skin.
I want her to remove and preserve my tattoos like leather and like put them
okay.
on display.
And
That's
then
a real
wear it.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of me, I don't care. Toss me in the
Are
wet
you
mud.
displaying this in the basement where you're keeping all your victims? What the fuck are you talking about?
I want
make
this
a
You're
on.
going to display your skin?
I want
happens.
after I die, I want her to display it. I can't display my own skin currently because
Yeah.
I need it still.
Sandy, tell me you will not be honoring this insane request.
It's my
I
dying
mean, I
wish.
said I would. I haven't gone through the logistics of what it actually means. I'm hoping I have some time.
This is worse than what Army Hammer was accused of. You're openly confessing to it now.
Yeah.
Now I should
Preserving
get
your
Army
skin.
Hammer on the podcast and be like, listen to what this fucking guy was talking about.
You're gonna have Army Hammer be my straight man.
What's so bad about preserving skin?
Yeah, I don't see the.
Repeat that sentence one more time.
She has my permission, Eric. Actually, it's a request.
Oh yeah, there's consent.
Yeah,
Preserving the skin?
yeah, it's my dying
The
wish. It's a,
tattooed artistic skin.
Yeah, there's a practice in Japan where they some artists have preserved like Yakuza boss skin, like it's their entire body is. It's pretty.
What does it look like?
It looks like exactly what you would think it looks like, just straight up like leather, human leather.
Oh God, no! I am so not on board with you here. This is the wildest thing.
You can't take this journey with you.
Yeah, you can't follow me down this path, Eric.
This is insane.
It's either that or Viking burial.
Viking burial,
Yeah.
100%. I would get a fucking Viking burial.
Yeah.
I've talked. I won't do it because my friend actually talked about doing it too, and then it became an SNL sketch. But I always thought it would be very funny to be like have my naked body catapulted into the sea with like a bunch of people like they read poems about me or whatever. Like that's the memorial service, and then you're just launched like 100 yards into the air, your naked body into the ocean.
You want to put a button on your funeral.
Yeah. 100%.
I love that idea, dude.
No, and like so like in all seriousness, I'm like organ donor. I'm like, yeah, that's like the easiest way to be a good person. I do nothing.
Completely passive.
I'm dead, and
Yeah.
you get my liver. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I get to feel better than people and be
Right.
like, you're not an organ donor.
Right.
There's no why would you even not?
Yeah.
There's no reason.
I have a type O positive blood. I'm a universal donor blood. Type O negative blood.
Oh, so anybody can take your blood.
Anyone can take my blood, and they're coming for it. But
Yeah.
I'm just. It's not selfish. I don't care. Take my blood, but I'm so lazy.
Yeah.
You have to go get stabbed, get the thing, get the apple juice. It's a process
For the blood?
to
You should
donate
do it,
blood.
to donate
Yeah.
blood.
Oh, I can't donate blood.
Why? Don't want to.
Gay.
I was born. Did you say gay?
Oh, is it AIDS? I'm sorry.
Oh, did you say AIDS?
Which one is it, Eric?
That is funny. Like, gay guys cannot give blood.
Yeah, that's
It's just-
hilarious.
No,
Not fucking funny. By
what
the
is
way,
he eating? What could he be eating? There's no food up here. Oh no, there is. I spilled a smoothie. I might not have cleaned it up.
he's eating podcasting equipment.
All right, don't knock over the thing.
Is he gonna go weigh himself?
Yeah, he's
Self-conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kept
he's
talking about how he's 65 pounds.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He feels upset about it.
Oh, he's self-conscious now. Too bad.
he's upset. He's obsessed with his BMI. What was I about to say? I feel like
Yeah,
I was
what were you
gonna
about
answer
to
a
say?
question.
Blood. Why
About
won't
your
you give
blood.
blood?
Why don't
Oh,
you give-
because I was born in Europe
Mhm.
during Chernobyl.
What?
What?
Are you 60 years old? How? What?
Chernobyl was like in the mid '80s,
Oh my God, it was.
and I was born in '85. I'm 39.
Jesus Christ.
So
I was born 83. I'm 41. And I just recently saw footage of Chernobyl, and it's in black and white. And I was thinking, like, how could you possibly?
oh,
how
this
does that-
must be so old.
Yeah, how does this
no,
line
it's
up?
it's
Yeah.
when we were alive. But it shouldn't. It's not like they didn't have color stuff in the '80s. I think it was just because it was in fucking
Russia.
Russia. So they
20-year-old technology at that point. Yeah. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
So,
So-
you're not allowed to because you might be.
You were born. So
Radioactive?
anyone born
maybe
in
it
Europe,
might be radioactive.
Are we allowed to be near you?
I was born to that song. The band traveled back in time to sing it as I came out.
Wait a minute. You are allowed to donate radioactive organs, but not blood?
That's a good
I don't
question.
know. That's a good point.
I mean, my organs
And now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be an organ donor. Why the fuck would I be allowed to do one and not the other? My mom told me that there's a thing that like I am not allowed to donate blood because I was born in a close enough radius to Chernobyl.
That's wild. I've never heard that.
I mean,
before.
she said like there was like a period when we were in Germany where like they told us not to go outside for 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
Because they were worried like the winds were going to carry
Jesus.
stuff.
Do you speak any other language? Any European?
No,
German?
I like a little bit.
Okay.
Like a little bit of Spanish,
Okay.
because my grandmother, but just enough Spanish where like if a Mexican woman is about to hit me with a broom because I'm jumping on her bed,
You could say no.
yeah. I can go, no me gusta. No, that's not even the right thing.
Por favor. Hey.
I can just do the shitty accent. I drank too much tequila.
Please don't hit me with the
Yeah,
bro.
please don't hit me. No,
just-
that's so I can speak that. I can speak about to get hit by grandma,
Yeah.
and I can speak a little bit of German because my dad's dad is from
That's
Germany.
dope. I can read German in a good. So we have a friend who speaks German fluently, And together, I posed her these German tongue twisters. And I was like, hey, can you read these? And then I just read them with her. And I don't know what the hell I was saying, but for some reason...
Oh, wow.
I don't know, the way they roll their R's and stuff, it just works
Germans
for me.
the ones that can't say squirrel?
Yeah,
Squirrel.
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 Squirrel has stolen my acorns.
That's stand-up comedy in Germany just now. You just did a bit.
Yeah. There it is.
A squirrel has stolen my
Back to
acorn.
blood real quick.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Back to blood.
I'm just thinking, why can't you donate blood to other radioactive people?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They need blood too.
To the family members of the men that survived Chernobyl, I should be first on the list.
Yeah.
Get them Erick's blood.
Also,
I'm just thinking if you're looking.
I think what I said is probably made up bullshit. And I bet if I
it's just because your mom.
It sounds like one of those old wives'
it might
Yeah.
be. Maybe my mom's like deeply opposed to me giving blood. She made a thing of it. Like it was a big thing when we were kids, and they told maybe it was like, I don't know, because like didn't they say the same thing for mad cow's disease or like
and H1N1, bird flu, avian flu.
But after a certain amount of time, it's like blood is blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also, you like
Blood is blood.
cycle your blood out over time, and you haven't lived in Chernobyl for like a long time, right?
No, I didn't live in Chernobyl. I was a child in Germany, which was close enough to where they were like, it was like all of Europe.
Eric, when did you move to LA from Chernobyl?
The more I talk about this out loud, the more ridiculous what I'm saying sounds.
I agree.
So basically, I'm saying like nobody in Europe can donate blood ever. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Post in the mid '80s.
There's no way. I have to call my mom after the show and be like,
call her up
I
right
can
now.
donate blood now. That's just one of those things where it's like I've been carrying that weight.
Yeah.
My whole life of like, I can never give blood. And then just your little like, well, how can you be a fucking organ donor has shattered
Right.
a core belief about myself.
That's in your DNA. That's a reality you have to
So-
face now.
So dumb. Dumb.
It'd be funny if you call your mom and you say, hey, Mom, the whole thing. And then she just goes, because she was just doing a bit on you for 30
Probably.
years.
Good for her. What's the dumbest thing you've ever thought?
Whoa.
Come on. What's
End the
what's
question.
what's the last time one of your beliefs has been shattered about yourself?
Oh, that's an existential question, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Let's go there.
When did I think that was belief about my... Oh, I remember one recently when my age started getting up there and I believed that I was going to keep all my hair forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How's
because-
it looking now?
I'm wearing a hat for a reason.
You're not going to show us?
Oh, no, I usually rock a bald, so I just shave it, but this is just laziness. But I have I have like a yarmulke of no hair back here.
That's where it gets you.
Yeah, and it started, so I think the illusion was that I can't see it. I still can't. So I'm even under the impression now, like if I take testosterone pills, it'll fill back in or whatever. But
Yeah.
and then I saw a picture of myself from behind, and I was
Can
like,
you
oh, the
can you
illusion.
do the what's it called? The hymns, the keeps?
Oh,
where
interesting.
You like massage your scalp.
Interesting.
You can do that as long as you're not trying to have kids. You
Interesting.
can do
No,
that.
yeah, I'm not trying to have kids. Speaking of which, go to hims.com/podcasthell to get your 15% off.
It's not my
Hims
sponsor.
products.
Don't go there
This
because
month.
they're not sponsoring. I've asked. It's not Hims. It's Keeps.
Oh, Keeps.
Keeps is like
.com.
it's Keeps is like Rogaine, but there's two different.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
I'll go. I'll leave.
There's two. Oh, you're not a Rogan fan?
No, the joke
yeah.
was so bad.
I got you. Yeah. I got there's like two different kinds of hair medicine. Like one starts with an F, and that's Hims and Keeps and Rogaine.
Oh, yeah,
One starts with an
Femoxidil or-
M. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
And then another one starts with an F, and it kills you.
Oh.
And they're like, if you go online, they're like interchangeable. You have to like go into the like fine print, and they're like, oh, by the way, this one kills you.
It kills you, but you'll have a beautiful head
You
of
have
corpse
beautiful
hair.
hair.
You'll
Yeah.
have a beautiful corpse.
Bride hair. Amazing. I mean, I did
Risk
have...
is worth the reward.
Oh, it's absolutely. Anything that like gives you beautiful hair, I think is worth whatever the downside. Also, Ozempic, I think is worth it.
Ozempic?
Not.
Yeah, I'm going to... we
You're-
talked about...
Lou wants to take Ozempic because he wants to lose weight.
Yeah.
You're anti-Ozemp?
Everyone that I see that uses it to lose weight, their face gets all weird looking.
Their
Their face gets
gaunt.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, because you know what's happening is they're losing the weight too quick.
Right.
You're not supposed to. You can't go from fat to skinny in like 3 months. That's not natural.
I've just been dieting so good, you guys.
Yeah.
Because I think the core issue is lifestyle and
fatness.
So, yeah, just like
The core issue is fat fuckery.
Being a big fat fuck.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop you from. Well, I guess it's supposed to just stop you from eating and wanting to eat, but
It's not going to. You are so right. I know somebody that got their stomach stapled and like ate through it.
Yeah,
and like
you can
it didn't
over time.
It's so like emotional eating and lifestyle. Like I've lost a bunch of weight in the last like 2 months, and it's from like looking at the fucking food labels and exercising and eating less. Like that. Like it's
all
so
the things
funny
that they tell you.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like I'll get my like now I have to like know what my blood work says. So like lipid panel, like the cholesterol, the amount of good versus bad, and A1C and all that stuff, and like there's a million things that can be shown in your blood, like down to like the core of who you are. It's like you're fucking Catholic, and you. It's like it's crazy what they can tell from the blood. Yeah. And the doctor would be like, okay, this number's a little high. Now, what that means is your endocrine system is producing at this rate. It should be producing at this rate. So to correct that, you need to eat healthy, sleep more, and exercise.
Well, we tried.
Okay. And then like for this is talking about your lung capacity. Now, this is going to affect this, and that. And in order to improve it, you need to eat healthy, sleep more, and work out. It's like every.
It's the answer for
like,
every
I get
problem.
it. Like
Oh, that reminds me. Oh yeah, go ahead now, please.
No, my story's over. It's like every fucking thing at the doctor. It's like lose weight, sleep more, eat healthy.
Yeah,
That's
it's just more vegetables.
Yeah.
Less fried food.
I've experienced a thing recently with my doctors that I think doctors aren't allowed to directly say you're too fucking fat, Lou. Lose some weight. Right.
Yeah.
Until I went to a not doctor, a physical therapist. Right. So I went through a series of a spine specialist, a doctor. So I had an issue with my back. We won't get into it, but it's because I'm too fat, and I go climbing and skateboarding while I'm fat, and then my back is out. So the doctors were skirting around it. It's this, and no, it's not. Blah 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 blah. You're not blah blah blah. And then I go to the physical therapist, and I'm like, shoot me straight here, and he goes,
yeah.
It's this, buddy.
You.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you for being honest.
Well, it's like all doctors are now controlled by like fucking Lizzo is in charge of it, and we have to worry about like her fat feelings. It's like just say people are fat. Like
guess what?
Here's the thing: fat is also an adjective.
Right.
You know what else? Like at night, the sky gets dark. It's like it's just a word to describe a thing.
Does it, Eric? Or does it lack light?
That's the thing. Like everybody's truth is different. It's the one fucking truth. If you're fat, it's bad for you.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean everybody that's skinny is healthy, but obviously not being fat is better for your health
than being fat.
Fucking period.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
Yeah.
Like that these doctors can't fucking say. I have a nutritionist.
Yeah.
And I told my nutritionist, I was like, fucking give it to me straight. I don't want this like doctor bullshit.
Right.
Like, well, maybe a little more. Like, tell me what I actually have to do. And he's like, you need to lose weight.
Yeah, cut the shit.
I'm like, okay, great. Like, I'm at 6.4 on diabetes. What does that mean? He's like, okay, set 3. He goes, set 3 alarms in your phone.
Yeah.
For this time, and this time. I'm like, okay, what is that? And he's like, that's when you're going to be taking your insulin in 3 months if you don't stop doing what you're doing. And I was like, ooh.
So 6.4.
Like, all right, you don't need to be that fucking hardcore.
Damn,
you piece
so
of shit.
You almost won diabetes then.
No, that worked. Like that was I
scared him straight.
Yeah.
I got scared straight.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'm still gay, but
but on the diabetes front,
I'm straight in my
back around.
diabetes.
Scared diabetes.
Honestly, I'll put a pen. I'll shoot myself in the stomach. I don't give a shit. I said I wouldn't be able to do it. She'd have to do it for me. I'll do it. I'll just do it.
The truth is, it's worth having a weird looking face.
I think
it'll be worth it.
I want to get gorgeous with it, bro. I want to look like a walking skeleton. I want to be shaking and like underfed. I want to have the gray skin. I want to get all the way.
The other thing you could do is not stay up until 5 a.m. eating Snickers, because you told me that's what you do, and that's 100% what what the problem is.
I never said Snickers. I did not say Snickers.
Eric's calling your shit out.
He's not wrong, except for the Snickers part.
Yeah, I was like, it's not Snickers.
That's
though.
one thing my nutritionist told me. He was like, the biggest thing for weight loss that people don't realize is sleeping 8 hours at a regular time.
Sure.
Like that. Well, you'll lose so much weight if you go to bed and wake up at the same time.
Yeah. And also if you don't fill your body cavity with snacks and then immediately lay down.
If you don't eat until you want to vomit, that's also good.
I don't even emotionally eat. I just boredom eat.
Boredom eat's rough.
Wow, dude.
Boredom eat's rough.
I'll even be doing stuff. I'll be actively working on music till 5 a.m, whatever it is. And it's just my mouth gets bored and I want to put snacks in there.
We're also guilty of being one of those couples that like just eats a lot together. And like,
Oh yeah, we always do food adventures and find new restaurants and stuff like that. So we're definitely enabling each other to be.
That's that's love.
I agree.
that's what
love.
that is, comfort.
That's why people get fatter in relationships. It's because, also you're not out there, not to put, hunting for pussy.
Right.
Or dick. Like you're not like
HFPOD.
you get comfortable. Like that is I have single friends.
Yep.
And none of them are struggling with going to the gym. They're like, I need this, bro. Like, that's the thing they have.
Right.
Do you want to be thin and alone, or do you want to be fat?
Oh, thin and
Thin and alone. Thin and alone.
No,
sucks.
alone sucks.
I have so many friends from like back in like high school, college, and a couple comedy people who are like in their 40s and still single. It's tough. It's tough sledding out there.
Yeah, but they all have 6-packs though.
They all have 6-packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody's there to rub their hands over them. Just to
dry their clothes.
They touch their own 6-pack. And they go, why won't someone else touch you?
That's all I need.
No, I was hanging out with my me and two friends, and one guy's married, the other guy isn't, and the guy was talking about how his dating's going, and my married friend goes, "Man, you need to have more fun with this. You need to have more fun." And I look at my married friend, I'm like, this isn't fucking fun. He's alone at 40. Like, this is a nightmare.
Man.
You're saying it's fun because we're living vicariously through him.
Right.
This is life or death. He's on the verge of suicide. How dare you tell him to have fun dating? This isn't fun.
He's concerned with his own mortality right now, and you're telling him to go wide with it.
Yeah, he's like sitting there being like in the dark, alone, being like, "What's it all for?" And my friend's like, "Have fun, bro. Shut up."
He's just trying to
It's all
pay
about
his
the
bills,
journey.
and you're telling him, "Have fun." Jeez.
Oh my God.
So did we start the podcast yet, or?
I think we started.
All right.
It's recording.
All right, that's cool.
I'll cut in
so you don't do
somewhere.
like an
That would be
intro. We just free wheel with it.
It's literally. Thanks for listening to an episode before you came on. By the way,
Yeah, I was thinking about that on the way over here. I'm like, fuck.
thanks for doing. Thanks for not even listening to it on the way here.
On the way here, we could have.
We didn't even think
What did we
about
listen
it.
to?
I
Phil
was like-
Collins when we came over here.
Hey, we were into yacht rock
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
You guys. So you're on the way here.
Yeah.
You text me, we're going to be 15 minutes late.
Right.
So already you should be feeling a little bit of guilt.
Yeah.
And in that moment, you go like, okay, tell them we're going to be 15 minutes late and turn up the yacht rock.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
Were you in our car?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly how it went.
We're getting into the mental picture. Yes.
Takes me away.
Sailing away.
to where I'm going to.
Oh my God.
That's great. No, I appreciate that you didn't listen, and you're not hiding the fact that you didn't listen.
Yeah, I don't feel guilt anymore at 41. No. I respect you, and I respect your comedy, and I respect how much work you've done. And then I came here and I saw the setup, and I'm like, oh, this is a legitimate podcast.
Like,
we
oh,
should have
no,
really done it.
He's trying a little bit. Oh, fuck.
He's trying a lot, and it's working.
Oh man.
No, dude, I like it like this because I used to have it where I was like preparing and I had like little I would like record bits like an old timey radio show, and it was so much fucking.
Oh, you would
work.
like throw to things and go to
these were all like cues.
What? I
They
love
still
that
are
It's one
actually,
of them, pew, pew,
but I don't even know what they are.
Pam, pam, pam.
Yeah, it was like that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. And you had like topics and stuff.
Yeah, well, it was a themed podcast. It was every episode was about a backup quarterback.
Okay.
It was just a ton of work.
Oh.
And then I started doing it. I just changed the name, and it was like, okay, now we're just like hanging out. And I'm like kind of interviewing people, and then I was like, I don't even want to interview people.
Right.
I don't want to even have people on the podcast that I don't know. Like I've had like my brother and my mom on the podcast. It's like it should just feel like hanging out.
Okay.
Like Like I had somebody's girlfriend listened, and he told me this. He was like, my girlfriend listened, and she was like, "Is this even a podcast?" I learned nothing, and it felt like I was just listening to you guys talk, like in the back of a club. I was like, that's exactly what it should be. Exactly what I want. She's trying to insult me, but it's like great.
You just want green room chatter, which is, by the way, the only type of podcast I listen to. So no, I will be a fan of yours. I will start.
That's all I want.
Yeah. I will start listening to your podcast now.
That's why if I book Army Hammer, I will not ask him a single question about his controversy. Like literally, we will just chat.
Yeah, but the framing will be weird though, because he's like,
it also I'll look like a fucking bridge troll next to him. Like,
I rode crew too.
Is it cool to hang out, Army? How was the training for a social network?
Yeah, it'll be a horrible idea,
right,
to sit next to him on video,
right.
But whatever, it'll be fine.
I like the jump in gets. You're going from us right to Army Hammer.
Yeah,
just A-list celebrity.
I gotta say, Army Hammer will almost assuredly not respond to my email.
Probably not. Yeah.
But I do have his info.
Army.hammer@AOL.com.
Dude, you'd be surprised how often that works.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just go to Brad Pitt at Gmail, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that worked.
That worked.
And then soon enough, you're sending dick pics to Brad Pitt.
This seems oddly specific, Eric.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Sandy, you were going to say something. I'm sorry. I steamrolled you.
It was a couple topics ago, I think.
Okay. Was it
it's
about
okay, come back to it.
Yeah.
Blood. We got through blood.
Yeah, we did.
We covered
everything.
We covered blood. Relationships, because I feel like being comfortable is maybe why you're like, I don't want to talk to a stranger. We're like, we should make friends. And then every time we have plans, we're like,
it's hard.
Yeah.
What happens is like your social skills atrophy a little bit.
Same like your abs.
Yeah, because it's hard.
Yeah.
And like I don't know how it is for girls, but for dudes, like making friends, forget even about couples, just like making friends now feels so forced.
It does.
To be like a comic will start hanging out in our group, and I'll be like, oh, he said he wants to play tennis. I've thought about playing tennis. How do I ask him? What do you say? What do I say?
Also, my knees, though.
Yeah, I kind of like the days I long for are back when I was in college, I lived like right next to the campus, and we would never lock our door, and my friends would just come in the house, and I'd be playing video games, and without even like, there's no planning, or they would just pick up the controller and be like, I'm in next game, and just wait.
Right.
And we would just start playing. They don't live there.
Right.
They would just come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Yeah.
What's on TV? Let's watch a movie. Like just that effortless hang. There was a little bit of it at the Pit back in New York, where like you could go to the bar and you'd see somebody you know.
Yeah.
But like, especially out here in LA, it's like everything's in a Google Calendar, and you gotta.
Well, because you have to drive to every.
You have to drive everywhere. Yeah, it's just like why?
Right.
Although we somehow always run into Brad Stoll on the street.
It's like ubiquitous. Brad Stoll is everywhere in Los Angeles.
You see Brad Stoll doing his fucking Instagram lives.
We were driving to the farmer's market like 2 weeks ago, and he was like jogging and taking a meeting at the same time.
And then
I was like, Brad, and he's like,
Lou out of the window, Brad Stoll, and then he's just like,
sup?
Hey Lou.
Like, what about his day?
Jesus.
Do you guys know him from New York too?
Yeah,
that's where you're.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to book him on stuff too. We used to like book him pretty often because he did well on our shows.
He would show up.
He would show up and do well. So yeah. Like
he would come out to my Saturday open mic at Pioneers Bar.
Yeah. He doesn't cancel on things, which is a positive.
Yeah.
He's a true professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's being a dick lately. I've asked him to do this podcast, and he keeps being like, why can't we just hang out? And I'm like, fucker, come on my podcast.
Yeah, like it has to have dual purposes. I am not hanging out with you just to hang out.
If we're not monetizing our time, what are we doing?
This is how I hang out with people now. This is the hang. I've made my podcast the hang.
Right.
Because look at how often we've hung out with Eric.
Yeah, that's true.
And At least like once a year.
Once a year.
At least once a year.
Yeah.
Twice a
That's
year
about-
now. Our average is up to twice a year.
And it's
Yeah.
like shameful because we have such a good time when we hang out with
Totally
you guys.
agree.
Every time you guys leave,
Yeah.
Liz goes, I love them.
We do the
Why
same
don't we
thing.
hang out with them more?
We have the exact same conversation. We get in the car and we're like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Why? Why aren't they our best friends?
Right, I totally agree.
And then afterward, just put that information away for a few more months.
I see Lou's phone number in my phone and I like throw the phone across the line. I'm like, no!
Yeah, and on the other side of that is, sorry.
Oh, the group text gets further and further down in the history until
know.
you have to
Most
scroll.
What you don't see is on the other side of that text is me sitting on my couch saying, I hope nobody texts me for plans.
Oh, this is Lou always goes, we don't have plans tonight, do we? Like
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
We don't have plans, do we?
We don't have plans.
Yeah. Well, I think it makes it difficult because half our relationship can't happen because you guys can't come over to our place.
I know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. And that's the thing with like my siblings have cats.
Oh, wow.
And we can't bring Liz over there because she'll
Yeah.
be sneezeroo.
Wow.
Or she has to like hang out outside, which just feels awkward.
That's really
Then she's like a cat.
They literally put a bowl
Scratching
of
at the
milk in
door.
She's
her
so
house.
allergic to cats, she becomes one if another one's around. She's like, meow.
They give her a bowl of oat milk outside. So she can-
I just went to an allergist and did like one of those like stabby tests to see like what I'm allergic to, and I'm allergic to cats and I live with cats. But what they're trying to do is give me like this like immunotherapy thing so that I can eventually like strengthen my immune system.
Yeah. It's like
Has Liz
immersion
thought about
therapy for
potentially
allergies.
doing that. The guy was like, it takes 3 to 5 years though. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
I mean,
It's just sometimes the technology that we have on things. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
They're like, we can engineer a zygote so that it's born at 6'4" with blue eyes. And I'm like, what about that cat? They're like, that'll kill you forever.
yeah, just fuck it. That's
Can't
it.
do
You
it.
can't.
Nope. It's saliva's bad for you.
Nothing we can do.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It seems random the things we can go to fucking the moon and land and walk around, allegedly.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. I don't know.
Allegedly hit a golf ball.
I don't know if there's a political.
Are you a big no moon?
Who's a flat earther?
I'm a.
You're not a flat earther. Although that said, you are a human skin preserver.
I might be a lot of things, Eric. I think the Earth is a parallelogram.
I've always thought more of a rhombus myself.
I'm a conical man myself.
Do you really think we didn't land on the moon?
I don't care enough to. Like, I love science and I love space and I love exploration and all that stuff. But I do also like the theory of that it was just like a Cold War thing to bankrupt the Russians. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
They produced it to just show that, like, we made it to the moon. You better use all your money on technology to get to the moon first, to second, or whatever it was. So I'm also the fact that we haven't been back since
Yeah.
is weird.
But they've got people haven't been back, but the little landing
the
stuff
rovers
is
and
on
stuff.
there. Like there's
Right.
stuff.
Right.
We're claiming our spot.
Yeah. Mars, too. Venus. We had a rover on Venus. We had a rover on Mars.
Can you? I didn't even know you could land on Venus. I thought Venus
Can't.
was
It
all
lasted
gaseous.
it lasted for an hour. Oh no, there's a core. Yeah, and
There is a core.
There's a picture. There's one photo from the surface of Venus. Yeah, you can
Oh
look it
my
up.
God!
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I did not know that.
Yep, it transmitted the photo and then it disintegrated over time. It didn't last like another hour or two. or
Oh
something like
no!
that.
Yeah, because it's too hot.
It's acid. The air is like corrosive.
An acid atmosphere would suck to live in.
Unless you're like,
So you just die immediately.
yeah, you wouldn't even. What are we talking about?
I'm just saying. No, I'm just. It's a fact. It would suck to live.
I noticed I just ran out of things to say, so I was like, wait, what's going on? What's going on
No,
here?
I'll catch you up. We're
right.
talking about living on a planet made of acid.
Got it. Okay, sorry.
And how much it would immediately suck to die in acid.
Yeah.
What was the other one? There's Venus and Mars.
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 There's the Mars rover's still up there.
Mars rover. We can hang out on Mars.
We can hang out on Mars. Absolutely.
If we move to Mars, we have to like build a little biodome.
Yeah, you'd have to terraform the planet for sure.
What's terraform?
Like change the ecology of the planet so that it's livable for human life.
Okay, I think I saw Musk talking about that,
cloud
using that
seeding.
word.
Yeah.
Terraform.
Terraform.
How do you do that?
You cloud seeding, planting trees that produce oxygen, planting things that produce oxygen. Cloud seeding being like you change the atmosphere so that it produces like water, rain, and things like that.
Oh my God! But you can't make it like an ozone layer.
That's the end game. Yeah, the end game is to like make a protective layer around
to
the planet.
create an ozone layer.
Yep.
And then a meteor comes that's big enough to kill both planets, and we're like, all right.
Yeah, or just like AI takes over.
Or the sun explodes.
Yeah, the sun could explode. You never
Eventually.
know.
What's AI going to do about the sun? There's nothing really to do there.
There's nothing. The scariest thing I've heard about that is if the sun explodes, we wouldn't know for like 100 years.
That's how far away it is.
That's how far away it is.
yeah. And then one day we'd
got
go.
time.
We'd go.
We just
What's that?
yeah,
And
just blink out of existence.
You just. It would be painless.
It would be painless and instantaneous, and that sounds like the best way to go, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And there'd be no one around to mourn you, so you don't even have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about preserving your skin.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
there's no
There-
such
there's
concept
no-
as skin anymore.
There's no skin to preserve.
Yeah.
There's no one to see your skin and go, what the fuck am I looking at? That's a person?
Yeah, I want her to frame it and put it by the front door of wherever she lives as a totem.
With a picture of you.
Yeah, and the caption says, "You're next."
It's better to put it at the front door than to hide it deep in the house.
Where my bones
Where
are.
you take it's just you taxidermied. Being like, you like that one? I'll do a little dialogue bubble.
She turns me into an animatronic that heckles people as they come in the room. Oh, you're looking trim today.
Nice pants, dickhead.
Nice head.
Good.
Oh, that's what I want now. That's what I want now.
Yeah, we can do that. By the way, you can. There's going to be
Animatronic Dead Lou.
Animatronic Dead Lou.
Animatronic Dead Lou, where they take enough of your personality, like through like you play a tape of you on. They'll use this podcast, and they'll be like, plug that into AI. That's enough of his personality.
Right.
We've got it.
Right.
Little little chip in the animatronic Chuck E. Cheese Lou, and he knows things about your he starts telling you things about real Lou that real Lou never told you.
Whoa. What if there are things that even real Lou didn't know?
Oh, I'm
About
sure.
himself.
Oh, there's things that are unlocked by that bot that I can't even access in my own. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Yeah, for sure. I'm an open book as far as stuff I can remember. I'm not like purposely not telling her things. If there's anything I haven't told her, it's because it's gone.
Yeah.
Thanks, folks. We've had a great time. No,
No, I'm just I was giving Sandy a minute to call bullshit, but she didn't do it.
she didn't jump in.
She seems to believe.
I mean,
We're together 10 years now. I've
it's
run
been
out
10
of.
years.
Is it 10 years?
Yeah, dude.
10 years
I
this
feel
year.
like it's been longer than that.
It feels
Oh.
longer.
Yeah, 10 fucking years. And we met on Tinder.
And back then, Tinder was still like the cool place to find love.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Or
it's
hookup.
Field.
What? What's field?
Oh, like
Field.
play the field?
No, yeah,
Oh,
like
field.
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 Oh, like
It's
field, like
field.
felt?
like field.
It's
Yeah.
field.
Ew. Ew.
How do you
Yeah.
know?
No,
Don't worry about it.
my friend who's single.
Oh, right.
Who's like
His
we're
friend.
talking about
This
date.
is-
Who's single?
This is how Eric
Me.
keeps in touch with the world.
No,
Eric-
he,
it's just Eric with a different hat.
we were all. They're like just.
What's up? You actually look
See-
like a different guy right now.
I'll see you on field.
I'll feel you on
Now,
seed.
Is it really? That's a big difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah?
You just lost 20 years of age right there.
Oh,
Really?
I
You look
respect.
31. You just lost 20 years of respect by turning your hat sideways.
I'll keep it this way, man.
I like it.
I used to rock a lot of backwards hats when I was younger.
Yeah.
I don't think that de-ages me.
Okay.
No, but
this-
it gives you a look.
Yeah.
This is a look.
The backwards makes it look like
still.
you're trying to look younger. This one looks like you
Yeah.
are younger. Yeah. I like it.
I'll try it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll see what Liz says.
Yeah. Throw the hood up too. You'll be like, it's too
Do the-
much.
do the
Oh
test.
shit, bro.
Oh.
You look like you're gonna
Now you
freestyle
need-
battle
you
me right
need
now.
some bars.
Oh shit. I'll beatbox. You take it over. Ready?
Podcast hell. It sure is swell.
Boom, boom.
One time I fell.
Okay. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
That was good. That was
All right,
good.
enough of that.
I love that hoodie, by the way. Do
I'm
you have?
me.
Yeah,
do you have
nice.
other hoodies?
I do.
Do you have a men's extra fat I could buy from you?
That's the size.
Okay.
I'm thinking about like for fun, making custom shirts and selling them.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
Yeah.
a thing.
please get into that because I have
It'd be fun.
so many shirts I need to do for like my
What's the theme?
projects.
What's the theme?
Well, I like sports, so it'd be like a lot of it would be like vintage 80s and 90s, like NFL and baseball and like college sports. But then like I could do like pop culture stuff too, like, you know.
That's cool.
X-Pac from WWE. I don't think he gets
so
enough love.
Current pop culture.
Also a lot of stuff like I don't even know, like I'd have to research like what are you allowed to do? Like I don't think I'm allowed to make a shirt that has like the Carolina Panthers quarterback from the 90s. There's probably like copyright and stuff.
You can do whatever you want now.
Is that true?
Absolutely is. The only time it'll be a problem for you is if your business takes off and you're selling $1 million worth of T-shirts with somebody else's likeness.
Yeah.
And then they have to come after you for it. But I don't think that's a happy problem.
But we're not saying you're gonna get.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna run into any issues, Eric.
Make whatever you want.
That's like when people were when Shane Gillis got kicked off of SNL.
Yeah.
And like a guy that does a podcast was like, we got to be careful what we say on our podcast. I was like, bro, we're fine.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's combing through our episodes with
don't
10
you
listeners.
worry.
Yeah. I think we're still far away from let's get them territory.
Yeah.
Oh no, my 5-minute spot in the Yoo-Hoo room at Flappers is someone wants it bad.
Can you imagine getting
really
up in your
digging it.
studio apartment, looking in the mirror, getting prepared to go outside and being like, boy, hope I don't get canceled today.
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. If you're big enough, it's a fair enough concern. Like,
Sure.
Once you're big, you're a target and people come after you. Like, that's all true.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, for the most part, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
I would say so, yeah.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. And, like, the worst thing that's going to happen is you'll lose friends, but you won't even know you're losing them. People will just be like, they'll mute you on social media.
Right.
You'll see them at a barbecue once every 3 years, and they'll still be nice to you. They'll be like, hey, yeah, we should hang out.
We should hang out. Oh,
And then
that
they'll be like,
Oh,
this
man.
is fucking good.
Yeah, it's
But
fucking-
you won't even feel it.
No.
You'll just feel like a weight off you're like, why do I feel lighter? It's because a bunch of people stopped
Oh, this
looking
is how
at
I
your
weed out
Instagram
people.
stories.
You carry that weight with you.
I've muted everybody I knew in New York. Perfect. They're all gone
man.
except for you guys.
Yeah.
But like literally, it takes somebody that I did improv with 10 years ago. It takes one post where they're like, you know what the problem is with the environment? Like, boop, never again. Goodbye. It's
God.
like, I don't care
Yeah.
to have these people's opinions in my life.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
For me, it's
Yeah.
when somebody changes their profile picture to the flag of whatever it is they support.
Of course.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Of
oh,
course.
okay.
I didn't
Okay.
realize how many comedians are like just have some real horrible opinions. And
Yeah.
on my Facebook, every time I see it, I'm like, oh God, like,
Yeah.
ugh. And then I like unfriend them as quickly as possible. But then I'm like, God, I'm gonna have to weed through. Like the majority of my Facebook friends are just random
Yeah.
comedians.
Comedians.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
I should just set the whole thing on fire because at this point, it's just I hate most.
I mean,
of it.
the state of my Facebook is I have unopened happy birthday messages from 4 years ago. I haven't posted on
Yeah.
Facebook.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I just do the only social media I do now, honestly, is for my music stuff. You know, me as a person, social media is like very rarely I'll put a photo dump of like, oh, this is the last year in photos, like in case anyone cares.
Yeah.
But for
There used to
on
be
music social media, I have to stay pretty active.
There used to be a point where I actually like cared when I was like younger about like status and like making sure that everyone knew that I'm dating someone or whatever, and then like making sure Lou responds to the thing I posted, and now I'm like, I don't even care.
Yeah, I
And
can't.
if he logs in and doesn't say happy birthday to me, doesn't matter.
I can't
It's so
imagine
stupid.
caring about social media anymore.
I could. It's very possible I'm still in a relationship with my college girlfriend on Facebook. If that happened, I would be like not surprised.
Well, legally,
You know,
you've
it's-
got some stuff you got to look at.
If that was the case,
Common law social media married.
oh no, that's true. Was it 7 years?
Yeah, 7 years
And if you
cohabitating
go
on social
missing
media.
for 7 years, then you're legally dead.
I think it's 72 hours.
It's not 7.
No.
Wasn't there like a lady? There was like a lady that went missing in Hawaii or something.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
watched that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
A lot of people missing, a lot of fires.
A lot of fire.
I thought she wasn't actually missing though. Like she actually like wanted to go, not be found.
The one who went hiking in the forest, that one? And then they
Or
found
unless-
her like 6 days later or something.
unless we're talking about a different person that went missing.
Maybe this happens too much.
It does happen.
Yeah.
Remember that there was the guy who murdered they went on a trip, like they were like vloggers, and he murdered her in a park.
Yes.
Oh,
Remember that
yes.
one?
Yeah,
that
they were
was
like
like a
living out of-
famous one.
Living out of
Yeah,
their van
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was like the funniest one.
You know, Eric, I'm gonna. There has to be a funniest one of everything
Of
that
everything.
happens. Yeah,
It doesn't mean it's funny. It just means the funniest
Right.
of
Right.
things that aren't funny.
yeah. School shootings aren't funny, but there's a
We're
funniest
just doing
one.
a Shane Gillis bit right now. This isn't.
That's from his special, isn't it?
this
The
is an
horse girl. Oh my
exact
god.
Shane Gillis bit.
I'm sorry to everyone in the world.
But it is. But it's very true.
Yeah.
And that's to me that is a good way to look at life, is to be like, to step out even when stuff is bad, to just be like, if it wasn't happening to me, this would be hilarious.
Right.
Like it is.
That's a way to help you process things, honestly.
I think it's like there's so many moments in my life where like I'm like, it's traumatic until I like hear myself talking about it or like come out of and then I'm like, oh, that is like things my dad said to me.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, how could he say that? He's ruined. He's done so much damage. Like one time, like when I was a kid, he was like, I gotta tell this story.
Sorry, Dad.
Don't if my siblings are listening, don't tell Dad not to listen to this. No, like he called me a quarter wetback because my grandmother's Mexican. Fuck. And I was like, does that racism count if it's your own dad?
Wow. I think it counts double if it's your own
He didn't
dad.
say it mean. He was like, you're like a quarter wetback. He like tousled my hair.
God.
And
Oh
I
my
told my
God.
therapist and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like it's fucked up, but it's like, it's also like, it is. There's a version of it that's very funny. Like that's in a comedy. I
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Not in a comedy movie now, but a comedy movie 20 years ago.
Sure.
Where
Yeah.
they're making fun of that character or it's an imperfect comedic character.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's
it is
hilarious.
funny.
Didn't you notice that about comedy and like stand up is that when people haven't processed the thing enough to make it funny, they're just basically using the audience as like therapy.
Yes.
And then, I mean, I understand working it out until it becomes funny, but
Hmm.
really like it usually comes from a place of like, oh, that was actually pretty,
Dark.
yeah, pretty dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, you once if you haven't like come to grips with things, it's like the audience can tell. You can't pretend like you're over it. But like if you are over it and then you can start poking fun at it, it's great because then people get to go along for the journey. But like yeah, I mean none of this stuff was in play when I was 27 years old doing stand-up comedy.
Of course not.
I was just, my dad's an asshole.
Fuck all you guys look like you have shitty dads.
And everybody here in Otto's shrunken head needs to know. Yeah, it's like
Everyone in the sister club of the Village Underground South. Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny in my mind to reprocess because I'm a half breed myself. My dad's white, my mom's Colombian.
Yeah.
So if I was a kid and my dad was like, "Hey, you little beaner, get over here," I would think that'd be hilarious.
it was funny.
Yeah.
No, so my point is like it's not that serious. Our lives are not that serious.
Yeah.
When did you decide to go to therapy?
It was like I was like 28, 22, but I didn't go like for long. I would go like for a year and stop, and then I'd
'Cause
go
you're like, I'm
back
fixed.
back for a year and stop.
Because you finished.
You're like, I'm done.
No, it's like, so if you go for me, if you go for longer than a year, it just feels endless.
Yeah.
And like, there was a couple times where I'd go into therapy and not know what I was going to talk about, and then you discover something.
Yep.
That's what they're always like. They're like, the most productive
real
days
stuff.
are the days that you didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that also means I'll never not be able to come here.
Right. Oh, it's perfect.
I don't
Yeah.
love coming here.
Right.
Like, I come here to get tools
Right.
to go into the world and
Right.
use my tools.
Yeah.
And then I get sad and I walk back in. I get another tool.
Oh.
That's how I.
And
That's
then
how
you
I
fill your
do it.
box with tools. Yeah, mental.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the tragic version of my therapy?
Sure.
So it's like it's written into a sitcom or something, but this actually happened to me. I saw a therapist. It took me a while to come around to even going to see talk therapist because I was like, I'm squared away. I'm good. Look at me. I'm great. Which was wrong. And I found this therapist, and we got along great. I loved her, female therapist. We talked through a bunch of stuff. I went through all my, I got to the core of myself, and I loved it. And I was really looking forward to going more and growing as a person. And then my therapist ghosted me.
You got ghosted by a therapist?
By a therapist. In the most LA story of all time, I got ghosted
goodness.
by my therapist. Sandy is my witness. Yeah.
Because then I was like, I'm sure there's a reason or whatever. And then I found, I don't know, this is probably creepy, but I was like, there's no way she would do that. And so I looked her up online, and I think I saw her Facebook or her husband's Facebook, and I could see them that they posted. So I was like, she's alive, she's around, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. And then I think, I was like, let me try something, because her website said for new patients or whatever. So I emailed, and I was like, with a different name, I'm Alex, and I'm looking for a therapist. Would you happen to have any openings? Except I'm so stupid. I didn't know the email actually, when you returns it, will actually show your real name that you set up your email. So even though I signed it Alex, it still had my name. But she actually did respond, and she's like, oh, we do have some openings. And then after, I think she probably saw the connection, if she really wanted to sleuth, and then didn't respond back after that. But I was like, all right. Yeah. She actually did ghost him.
You got ghosted
by a therapist, yeah.
What did you say to your therapist?
I told her everything.
Oh, no.
And I was honest. I think she wants to quit the industry after.
You got her out.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
It was probably the human skin preservation.
Bro.
If I was guessing.
That's not even scratching the surface of what's wrong with me, Eric.
She was like, we don't need to talk about the skin.
Yeah.
Every
week. I get it. Lou, I get it.
I get the skin thing.
Right. We're past it, Lou. We've worked through. No, but I got medication from her, so that's great. And that has been changed my life. But she was in the before times, she was with me, and then in the got my serotonin together times, she's with me still. So she's seen the worst of the worst. That's for damn sure.
Lou's better on the meds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely less anxiety levels spiking and dipping.
Is it bipolar, or what's the deal?
Well, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, with depression. And then also that stacks on top of my 4K ADD.
Okay.
So all those things combined, she put me on a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, an SSRI, and it allows my brain to function like normal people. So basically it's like a compressor. So if I have wild joy and crazy depths, it just takes both of those and kind of smashes them closer together.
Yeah.
Which I love to live like this.
Yeah. That's good, man.
Yeah, it's been great. I can handle life every day. It's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah. It takes away a layer so that you can focus,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's my sister is bipolar. And so, but the medicine for that is really
different.
It's the lithium stuff.
Yeah, lithium is
whatever.
crazy. That's a mood stabilizer. That's
not great.
Yeah, it's not great.
Not great.
Yeah.
So now it's she has to find old school remedies.
Yeah.
Herbal remedies.
Herbal remedies.
Fight Club.
Some honey
gems.
tea.
Fighting.
She's big into gems.
Reiki?
Oh.
Gems. She actually is. She
does Reiki?
She does Reiki.
Does she have white dreadlocks?
No.
Damn it.
No. They're coming. They might be coming.
Yeah, she's on the way.
She can do whatever she wants. Look,
if it works, it works. I don't give a shit.
Life ain't nothing but a number.
What's your relationship?
Oh wait, did I fuck that up?
Not really. You made it your own.
Life ain't nothing but a number. I think we're at an hour. Yeah, we are. It's an hour long. It's an hour long podcast.
We made it. We made it.
I obviously have to cut out the wetback stuff, but besides that,
wetback. Oh, sorry.
No. I don't even know how bad of a word that is.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm
Is
allowed.
it a bad word?
It's a terrible word.
I mean, it's a slur.
I mean, look. I know. Here's the thing. I know it's not a great word.
Do you know the origin of it?
Yeah, it's the Rio Grande.
Yeah, you swam over here and
yeah. No, my grandmother's from Laredo, Texas, which is right on the border.
Which is North Mexico, essentially. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a Laredo, Mexico.
Right.
And then 20 miles up, there's Laredo, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And because my family's from there, I can say it's a shithole.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary there.
I believe you.
I've never even been. I've just had other family members describe it to me, and I've looked up the stats.
Yeah.
And you're like, It's one of those. It's like like when you read the stat about like the average person swallows 8 spiders a night. It's like that level of horror for Laredo, Texas.
Right.
You just
Oh,
go,
man.
whoa,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Wait,
like-
you lived there, or you just
No, my
that's just where your family's
my mom's family, my grandmother's side of her family's from there.
There's places here like that, like Pico Union.
Where's Pico Union?
It's in like near downtown, kind of.
Okay.
It's just a war zone. I worked there for a little while. I was managing a dispensary there, and it's just, gunshots on a weekly basis. I saw an actual knife fight, like 2 guys fighting with knives.
Yeah.
Breaking up fights all the time. Car accident. It's just like bedlam. There's just like a fire outside, like you just walk past it going to your job because it's just a mattress fire.
It reminds me of Hollywood. When I worked there.
Kind of like that.
When
yeah.
I worked at the Pantages Theater.
Yeah.
And coming out of COVID, like it was like there was like the riots were happening and all that stuff, and they were like, "Come back to work," and it's like homelessness had like quadrupled.
Oh my god!
And I had to walk. I quit the job because they were like, they had parking right. You could drive into a gate and walk to work 30 feet.
Great.
And they were like, "Can't do it. That's reserved." I'm like, for fucking who? I'm coming in at 10 a.m. It's an open parking lot.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't use that. You have to find parking in Hollywood. So I'm parking like 4 blocks away, and then I'm like, I have like a fucking like sharpened stick. I'm like, nobody, get away! I gotta go to work to make no money. I'm going into work, taking my life into my own hands.
Yep.
And within like 3 days, it was like 3 consecutive days. There's like I saw. Or somebody threw a bottle at me and it smashed like 10 feet from me, but like the glass like came where my feet was. I was like, okay, it's horrifying. And then the second day I was walking in my car. I was like, oh, nothing happened. And then there was just a knife, like an open knife right next to my driver's side door. Like, I thought somebody might have been doing that.
Oh boy.
And then third day, no incident, get to my car. It looks like fucking, the apocalypse, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And then I'm in my car. I'm like, okay, nobody fuck with me today. I pull around and I'm going like under the 101.
Oh.
And there's like a little median there of maybe 10 feet. And the speed, it's like 35 miles an hour on both sides. And there's 2 dudes. They don't look like it's going good. And they're wearing boxing gloves.
Oh boy.
And they start sparring. And it's not like, oh, homeless guys fighting for something.
Right.
They just like dap each other,
There's a ref.
get into the thing, and start full on sparring in the middle of the road.
Jesus Christ.
And all the cars like slam on their brakes both sides. And I just will never forget this moment because I'm under a bridge. These 2 dudes are fighting with boxing gloves in the middle, but I watched them like, all right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, like a bell. Like they start fighting.
Jesus.
My car stopped. They're fighting. I can look 20 feet over and see the other car stopped because we're like, they're going to punch each other into the street. And we just sat there for like a minute while they fought. And I'm looking at the other, I'm not even watching the fight. I'm looking at the other guy in the car who's looking back at me, and we're going like, what is this?
Oh my God.
This is insane. It's the middle of the fucking day.
You trauma bonded with someone in a different car.
Yes. And I pulled away from that, and I was like, okay, they have to let us park at work or I quit.
Right.
And I wrote a letter that night. I was like, I'm not coming into work unless I can park at the place. And the next morning I got an email being like, we found a satellite parking lot 3 blocks away. And I was like, I quit.
Yeah.
I wrote back, I'm
Oh
done.
my
yeah.
God.
It's never worth it.
Insane.
It's never worth it.
Fucking nightmare.
Yeah, and
But
so
anyway,
yeah,
it's all over now.
I mean, but we gotta. Well, I was saying this before. I know you don't work there anymore, and we've talked about this, but we gotta get you armed, Eric. We gotta get.
Yeah.
We
Talk
gotta
to my
get
wife.
you a nice little blicky in the waistband.
Talk to the old.
Or at least we should
I
go to
will.
the shooting range.
Yeah, come shooting. I'll bring
Shooting
my
range.
I'll bring my gear. I'll teach you all the safety stuff. I'll teach you how to handle it, and then we'll get you something nice. They're not that expensive, and Gun World is having like a CEO assassination deal right now in Burbank. So
Oh, great.
What?
yeah,
That's what they're calling it. That's the promotion.
Yeah.
We can cut this part.
Even 10% off all ammo.
I was
Cut
so
this part.
hoping we wouldn't get there, and Lou squeezed it in at the end.
The gun talk. Oh, the CEO thing. Got it.
I was like, we're not going to talk about the CEO getting shot. Nah, we're so far in.
Yeah. We didn't write anything about it, so I've got nothing. But yeah, we'll take it. We'll get you a little.
Yeah, dude. Yes, I'm all about it.
Get you a little 9 something.
Yeah, you get a little 9.
Yeah, throw in your pocket, a little 45.
Something
Why
I
don't you
can
get one
really.
of those that don't? What's the one that's like non-lethal? But
Oh, the Berna guns? Those are great.
yeah, those look cool.
Yeah, those are cool. I want to
Oh,
get
like a
you one
little,
of
like
those.
a little BB.
Yeah, it shoots like it either has paint pellets or like metal core. You know, it shoots hard and
It hurts.
It'll fuck you up. Yeah, but it's not.
But
lethal.
you'll live unless you're shot directly in the pupil.
Yeah, if you like pull
up
your
the
eye
nostril.
out of the way and then shoot into the
your brain.
Yeah, then
What
it'll.
if it's at the point where someone goes?
And they choked to death. All right.
Oh,
It
yes,
could
but,
be lethal.
but to be fair, you could also do the same thing with like a pepper gun. Like
That's
you
true.
Get, you get,
That's true. I pepper sprayed myself recently.
yeah, on
Yeah.
purpose.
No, it was just windy. I was pepper spraying another person and the wind.
What?
I was working security as a security guard in West Hollywood.
You pepper sprayed
I
someone.
had to. It was either that or getting a fist fight, and I'm not about to do that for
You
a job.
gotta
so.
pep. You gotta pep them.
Gotta pep him. So
Pep them and prep them.
Pep him and prep him. His
and
girl
prep.
too was trying to be like, "Let's get out of here. We don't want to. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to go to jail tonight." And I was just standing like, "Hey guys, you got to leave. Like you can't be around here like that." And this guy was he put his dukes up and he was ready to fight in the
Big
street.
dude.
No, it's squirrely little dude, average.
Squirrely.
Yeah, squirrely.
So you pepper sprayed him.
He was about to fight me, and I could have easily disabled this guy, no problem. It wouldn't have been a problem, but I don't want to get into that, and it's not.
Yeah.
I don't want to do paperwork, and it's all a hassle, and I might have.
You don't want to be on trial.
Yeah. Legal fees. So I took out my pepper spray. It's the only weapon I had on me at the time, and I threatened. I gave him time. I said, "Listen, you got 30 seconds to walk away, or I'm gonna pepper spray." He was like just cursing at me. His girl was pulling him like, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. And he went to swing on me and it just sprayed him, but he was as close as you are, if not closer, and it was windy. So he got it full in the face, and then I got like some overspray.
How did he react?
He started just screaming and like rolling around like he was on fire.
It hurts.
It fucking sucks. It's not the first time I've experienced pepper spray in my life, but I drove home from West Hollywood. It's a nightmare. It feels like you have like. If you touch it, it's like rubbing sandpaper. Like it got on my forehead and in one of my eyes, and it ruined the rest of my day. And I didn't even get it direct.
But like you recover from it. There's no lasting effect.
No, it's no problem. You
It's
just have
it's effective.
yeah. My right eye turned the color of your hoodie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad news, but it
Better
goes
than
on.
it's more effective than tasering people.
Way more effective than tasering people. A taser you can
Tasering
just walk
feels
through.
good.
Tasering's not a problem. Yeah, I
Taser,
enjoy a
you're
good
like,
taser.
"Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah."
yeah. You let the battery get a little
Now
low,
I'm
and then
horny
yeah.
as I beat you up.
Yeah. Oh, you get it. I see you.
I comply. I'm a bad boy. Come on, look me in the eyes when you say that.
All right, we are at time.
Thank you.
We are at time. Do you guys? I mean, do you want people to follow you on social media?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's hit them with the creds. Or not the creds. The what do you
The
call it?
plugs. The plugs.
Handles?
The
Oh,
plugs.
This is your podcast, Eric.
What are the plugs?
The
Yeah.
plugs.
Not hair plugs.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll fly to Turkey for that.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go first.
No, go ahead.
At the Laotian chick on
Instagram.
Instagram.
The THE.
Not duh.
Right.
Yeah.
Notice Laotian. I'll leave you up. You can figure out how to spell.
I got
if they
Laotian.
care.
I got Laotian. I
Okay.
can do Laotian.
Do it. Let's see it.
Laotian.
Perfect.
Nice.
And then
Wow.
chick.
Nailed it.
Yeah, the Laotian chick.
Laos, isn't it like one of the smallest countries in the world?
Yes.
Population wise?
Yes, and physically, like
Probably.
geographically.
It's like Rhode Island.
It's probably smaller than Rhode Island.
It's
yeah.
not smaller than Rhode Island.
Oh no, not than Rhode Island, but like
It's small.
it would fit inside New York.
How big is Laos?
I don't know.
Like if you take New York and blow it up and then shrink down Laos,
I like Lou has the same instinct I have on this podcast.
say a
You
fact.
just say a fact. You just say a fact, and
Yeah.
if you say it, it's a fact.
I've been out of comedy too long, so I'm always like, that's not right. That's not true.
No, it isn't.
You're exaggerating.
Anyway, we'll be
not what happened for real.
We'll be like, thanks for yes-anding me. And I'm like, right.
Wow. So mine is Outer Demon, all one word, OUTERDEMON, Outer Demon Official on Instagram, Outer Demon everywhere else. TikTok, look me up on TikTok, please. That's the important one now. And I love all of you, and thank you so much for having us.
You don't need to thank them. They didn't do anything.
No, I thank you for having us. I love you guys, but I thanked you. Oh, yeah, I said it. I'm playing open to camera.
Yeah. No, that's which is right.
Right.
You've been showing the back of your right ear the whole time.
You're welcome.
Now
That's his favorite ear.
That's my best angle. Yeah. I don't want people looking at me from the front or sides. So
reasonable.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, guys. This was great, and come back.
We'll definitely be back
anytime.
This was so much fun.
We'll get Liz on next. I don't know where she'll sit.
She's sitting on the dog bed.
She can squeeze in here.
She could squeeze in,
or she could sit on your lap the whole time.
She could sit on my lap.
Yeah,
that's fit in here, maybe.
It's super cute.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, this was great, Eric. Thank you so much, man.
You know what? Don't even mention it.
I won't.
All right. I'm not paying. You guys just know there's no payment.
Yeah.
You did a favor for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Come on, dude. Of course.
Talk to you guys later.
All right, bye.